to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
Oh, wow. Hello there. How you doing? I need to get that up. I've just realised I can't see what I'm doing. This is brilliant. I've forgotten. I've swapped screens around. So, yeah, hopefully... No, you're not seeing that. You're seeing the wrong one. I'm doing well, guys. It's going well. I need you to know this.
Yeah.
Oh, Siobhan. Display 2. Give me display 2. Hey, there you are. Oh, dear. Anyway, hi, guys. What the hell? What? Ah, that's why. Yes, so... Welcome to the Flash and Blade podcast. What an incredibly professional opening that was. Could I possibly turn around and point out, I think, round about now, that we're doing this on Zoom for the first time. We had some fun last week, didn't we? Installing this and seeing if it worked.
It was really good fun.
Oh, yes, that's Eddie.
Not be able to get it work.
That is Eddie, and down beneath us, and for some reason without a camera, is Brian. However, what we discovered on our little thingy here is that Zoom allows backgrounds with very dodgy colour separation overload. So, Eddie, would you like to put your background on, please?
Oh, leave it with me.
All right, here we go.
This will be no surprise to anybody that knows me. So, virtual background, enable. There we go.
Oh, right, and you vanished.
Oh, very nice.
I mean, it's nice.
Yeah,
We've
well,
got
I
Patrick
vanished.
McGowan's head, but we can't see you.
Right, it's okay. Take two.
Hang on a second. This is brilliant. We planned this. Oh, there's Roy Castle, everyone. How apt, considering. And he's walking into my flat.
But you still can't see me.
We still can't see you.
Still can't see you.
This is brilliant.
You do a thing, Siobhan, and I'll get it.
I'll keep going. I'll fill. Brian, would you care to?
Well, yes.
Great. He's now showing his crotch to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that's Faction Paradox. Oh.
Well, as you know, we have social distancing, and some of these people are not exactly following through.
Well, that's because they can't get the toilet roll.
Exactly.
I'm just going to put that up because I think it's apt. It's yeah. So anyway, tonight. Oh, we can see Eddie. We can't see. Oh, now we can't see Eddie. This is going to be fun.
Carry on.
Yeah. Oh, what a carry on. So now it's CSOing you out onto.
I like that.
What are you doing? Are you doing this on the phone or are you doing this on desktop?
Both.
Oh.
Eddie, try bringing your camera in a little closer to you.
I'm intrigued.
This was working perfectly. Hold on.
It's basically reversed.
This was working 3 minutes ago.
I know, we saw it.
Oh, that's wonderful! It's the Starman.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Keep that regardless.
Brian, take that helmet off.
Oh, very well.
I know you don't like your face being on there, but people don't believe you exist. Oh, good lord. It's the SAS. Oh, there's Patrick McGowan again.
I give in.
But you had it. You had it. You had it right there. Keep going. Do not.
In Scotland, it's natural. So in Scotland, it's just decided like, in the last 5 minutes to go pitch black.
Well, we didn't really understand much of that. You cut out most of the time. So.
It doesn't matter. I get swear words. It was probably just the Zoom police cutting me off.
That's a very smart outfit, Brian. Now we can't hear you. It's lovely. This isn't going well, is it?
Wonderful.
It's about normal for us. Let's face facts. So, oh look, it's Patrick McGowan again at Port Merion. So basically, you've got a Jacoby Master cosplay, Brian. Still, well, we can hear you, but you're very, 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 very quiet. I don't know what the boys have done this week. They've fiddled around because they got excited doing this. They fiddled around with microphones and this, that, and the other.
We got new toys, and we're playing with them. We're learning them. It's fun.
Yep, you still need to work on your microphone, by the way, love. You badly need to sort your mic out.
How's that? Better?
A little bit more, please.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's at max.
What have you done? What are you doing? Something's wrong.
I'm also like 3 feet away from my microphone.
Well, sit closer to your microphone then, silly person. Talk.
Yeah, no, I've asked for Halloween, a nice little ascot.
Okay, what are you doing different? Are you on your phone instead of your laptop?
No, I'm on my laptop.
Something
I'm
very
not
strange.
using my headset.
Yes, something's very bad is happening there. Evening, Adam. Yes, good. I did wonder that myself, Sean. Are you dressed as Derek Jacobi's master?
No. This is a outfit I picked up for Halloween.
Right.
Historic Emporium.
What? A multi-historic... I'm sorry about the background, by the way. Adam insisted. So, anyway. It's the head of Pertwee!
I don't mean to alarm you, but you have the head of John Pertwee behind you.
We've had far too much fun with this. I'm actually the head wrangler. That is... you can't see me, but that is my arm stuck up him. Lying on Adam's floor, sort of like that, because Adam's wall was green, so we'd have a green screen. Sorry. Right, so, first of all, gentlemen, how are you both? Are you surviving?
I'm incredibly jealous of you two, though. I had this working.
You did, we saw it. We saw it working.
Yeah, it's because it's went dark outside. Seriously, it's because it's not... My wall's not perfectly right.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense, though.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know Zoom well enough to be able to diagnose things. Try turning it off and turning it on again.
Yeah, that'll take me like 40 minutes to get back in. No, I'm fine. Let's just...
Right.
My virtual background's a white wall.
So I've got a lot of different backgrounds I'm going to be posting up. I have no idea if Brian is. Eddie looked like he had.
I've used them all, though.
That's the head. I can't stop looking at the head. It's hypnotic. Oh, that's nice. Secondary control room. We like that. That's good.
I like it. It's very nice.
So, anyway, she said, getting very confused. Tonight, we are looking at the 2 Peter Cushing Dalek movies, because Brian couldn't stop at one. No, I'm sorry, I've got to turn that off. That's just freaking me out. What is this? Let's do that instead. And then we've got The Prisoner, ABC.
Tracker. Mr. Tracker.
Yeah. Then we also have the War Doctor Big Finish audio that they released free of charge. The Innocent. We've also got a little treat for you at the end. Something special. Something to, And now we're on the Enterprise D. And your shoulders vanished! Oh my god, no! And your audio is just dead. We can sort of hear you, but it's not very good. I don't know what's happened tonight. Oh dear. Keep going, Eddie. Seriously, it's something to look at.
The show's all you, Eddie. Carry on.
Right, God, you really sound bad, Brian. I'm going to nag you all week about this to make sure you get it right for next week. No, Eddie, you've got it so it's actually replacing you rather than the background.
There's no, if I've done that, I have no idea how I've done it.
Okay, chat. I've got a job for you. Could you please Google how to reverse the effect so that the background becomes the background and the foreground becomes Eddie on Zoom, please?
Yeah, get on it.
Yeah, that's what we have an audience for. They can't just sit around doing nothing. So, shall we see if this works? What do you reckon?
Oh, what the hell? Let's
All
see.
right, then. So, now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. Well, that was fun. Goodness me. So, got a problem about the whole canonicity of this now. You see, technically they're canon in the Who universe because they were movies made by Peter Cushing and co. However, of course, after Fugitive of the Jadoon and the Timeless Children, there's a very good chance that Peter Cushing may actually be canon. So I'm really confused. Very, very confused. So anyway, the 2 Doctor Who movies. Let's start with Doctor Who and the Daleks. Get your Doctor Who and the Daleks bingo cards out. It's a retread of the one we watched last week, The Dead Planet, except in colour, with Roy Castle, Peter Cushing, Jenny Linden, and Roberta Tovey. And it just tells the same story, yet bizarrely in about a third of the time span. So, yeah. Let's start off with Brian. Brian, I don't know if you'd seen them before, so had you?
I've seen them before. A lie. I have seen them. I did like them. I liked it this time through too. What got me was that all the space hippies looked like Justin Bieber.
I don't think Justin Bieber existed back then. Not even the idea of Justin. Oh, look at that. A pre-Justin Bieber world.
Oh, don't tease. Don't tease me like this.
You need to get closer to your microphone, love.
Don't tease me like this. It's just
So, what did you think? Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. I liked the movie. It was terrific. It was a good introduction to Doctor Who, and it set up the plot.
Set up the plot, yeah.
Yeah, it set up the plot for pretty much everything. If you wanted to move from the movie to the show,
Yeah.
you could just keep on going.
So, hang on a second. I've got a few problems here. I have issues. I've got issues, apparently. What is that?
Subscriptions.
There we go. So, yeah. I asked you last week to remind me of Quatermass. And, yeah. If you take this film, Daleks Invasion of Earth 2150 AD, and Quatermass of the Pit, all of them are based on either 7 or 6 episode stories on the BBC, yet they all come in about an hour and a half as films. And yet somehow you don't notice that much missing from them.
This is true.
And you would need to... Alright, there was a lot of time spent in the caves on the quest. But it's remarkable storytelling that they're able to cut it down so quickly. So Doctor Who and the Daleks just becomes this quick hour and a half almost summary of what it is. But you don't really notice that because it just tells its own story so well in itself.
This
Eddie.
suggests that the actual TV series are planning out the story?
Well, again, it's a different form of storytelling. They have a certain amount of time they know they need to fill, but no longer. So they have to look at the script and take out anything that really is unnecessary, which helps, especially with Daleks Invasion Earth. It helps with keeping the momentum going. Not so
Like you
much...
said,
Sorry, go on.
it's a rip-roaring hour and 30 minutes. Doctor Who and the Daleks the movie, and
Yeah.
like you said, nothing's lost. Everything's in there.
Yeah, I totally agree. It really is. It's yeah, it's quite bizarre, really. Now then, Brian, did you notice the Daleks' lights flashing wrongly?
Yes.
Aha. Do you know why?
No.
Okie dokie. I have a reason for saying this. I say it in every single bloody time. Oh, a gift from Zoom. Running out of time. We've removed the 40-minute time limit of your group meeting. God, we've been going that long. They initially, when they started filming, they didn't realise what the lights were for. They'd actually been added to the original Dalek prop so the director could see which Dalek was supposed to be talking at which time. And as a result, people had to, the operators had to learn the right timing to flash. That's wrong. That sounded very wrong. But no, I don't like that one. Sorry. Let's have that one. What do you reckon? No? No. No. I've got too many of these. Fuck it. So anyway, the as a result, when they realised they had to go back to some of the Dalek dialogue and change it round a little bit to make sure it fitted as best they could with the actual light flashing that they'd already filmed. And as a result, when they escape from the Dalek cell, that is why you have the Dalek come in and say, "Why do not the doors close?" Which has made me laugh and laugh and laugh for years. It's a small, sad, petty little thing, but I like it. I remember watching these. I'm going to guess a bank holiday? I think it was a bank holiday just before I got very, very ill as a child. But I remember seeing it in black and white, and I missed the ending. That was back in the day. The Daleks terrified me. I mean, we're talking about 5 or 6 or something like that. Even now I get a little thrill because it's Daleks. But, yeah, we used to watch them. I think both Eddie and I are too young for the proper cinema release. But the BBC used to show them on bank holidays, or if cricket got rained off, or something like that. That's how we got to see them. Eddie has frozen in mid-lunge.
Eddie, we've frozen time around Eddie.
Yes. Well, the Archimandrite... I know a song about the Archimandrite's hat, by the way. That's the Archimandrite's hat just there. I know a song about that. If you're very lucky, I'll sing it. It was the only way to see those stories back in the day, Adam. You're quite right. No videos. You know, you'd scan the pages of the Radio Times hoping, especially at a bank holiday, and then the rest of the time, if there was a cricket match on, you heard the weather was a bit dodgy.
Yeah,
You'd see if they'd show Doctor Who.
And they'd show stuff like this on that. Usually on the PBS channel, or one of the Boston stations we had.
Is it wrong? I want to get a marker pen and scribble a moustache on it.
Not at all.
Okay, good. Can't do it because that's the monitor. All I need now is some sort of draw... Zoom! I need some sort of draw-on picture thing. You got to admit, the background thing's pretty good. There isn't an actual green screen there. It's having to work it out for itself. I do have a green screen. I've just never set it up.
My arms.
We've gone all leisure hive, boys and girls. This is a nightmare, isn't it? It's absolutely dreadful. Oh, dear. What about Daleks Invasion Earth, 2150 AD?
Lots of jazz.
Yes.
Lots of
It's swinging London music. Sorry, say again.
It had Bernard Cribbins. It had Wolf.
Well, yeah, this is pre-Wilf, though. Wolf's
Wolf.
Wilf's father, maybe? Don't know. It sounded about the same time. Wilf's brother, maybe.
Or Wolf himself.
I'm pretty sure he's remembered. But we got to remember, they're not necessarily in... As it stands, they're in canon in Doctor Who as 2 movies produced about his stories. Yeah. Which apparently Unit went absolutely nuts over. I went, no! But people didn't worry. The Dalek Invasion of Earth...
Robot Man.
Adam, do you mean the film or the TV? I'm guessing you mean the film. It is a lot more fun. The story bubbles along. There's a lot more in the story compared to the original one. Remember, the Daleks is just Doctor Who's second ever story. They're finding their way. They're learning what works, learning what doesn't work. They're learning the story structures within it. So when it came to the Dalek Invasion of Earth, A, there was more money because it was a bigger thing with the location filming. And secondly, they were able to say, okay, we can do more. And we can keep it bubbling along. And it did. Eddie McKenna is inviting you to join a meeting. Do you want to leave your current meeting and join this one? Are you getting this?
No.
Neither am I.
He's only inviting you.
That's nice. We've got a problem here. Eddie, Sean, do I need to invite Eddie again? Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Whose idea was this?
I'm going to say the Master.
You called me was it you or Eddie that called me an evil genius last week? Eddie called me an evil genius. I thought that was nice.
Okay, you may have to kick Eddie.
No, he's done it himself.
You're the host. And now you have.
I have invited him, but he's in a Zoom meeting. Let's try again. It says he's in a Zoom meeting, you see. Tell him to stop being in a Zoom meeting, Sean, and I'll send him another invite. He's declined my meeting. Oh, God.
We're highly trained professionals.
Let's just get the correct background up just for this section. Oh, dear.
Getting into the meeting, and my audio is going batty. So,
Yeah. The audio's going batty. I have no idea how I sound. So,
fine.
sounds.
You
I'm
have
gonna.
an actual microphone. I'm just using whatever's built into the computer.
That's why your sound is so crap tonight. Yeah. I'm going to slap the back of your legs last night. He's declined my meeting again, Sean. He's out the meeting. I know. He's declined it, though. Right, it says he's available. Let's try. Fingers crossed here, boys and girls. Fingers crossed. We're trying to rescue Eddie.
Save the Eddie.
Ah.
Come back to the secondary control room. I actually like that.
Hang on a second. Well, I admitted him.
It's Eddie!
With no sound!
Baby steps.
Baby steps, yeah.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Hello, Sean. Ah, my hand!
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
This PC that I've got is going in the bin. Bugger it. Never using it again. I'm sticking to my phone.
Do you want Do you want me?
Tranquilizers, yes, please.
No, I was going to say, do you want the background photo I'm currently using?
Yes, please.
Right. Your views, please. Dalek Invasion of 2150 AD, featuring the boy with the knack.
Right, so Dalek Invasion 2150. Better TARDIS. Still no bloody console. Who the hell is Louise?
It's
Where
his
is the
niece.
Doctor?
It's not the Doctor, it's Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who's niece, Louise Who.
So Louise Who?
Louise Who,
So what
yeah.
happened to Barbara Who? What happened to Sexy Barbara?
Well, Barbara Who could have married Ian Chesterton, we don't know.
And Ian Chesterton, I like Doctor Who. Doctor Who's the hero. Doctor Who's the man. His sidekicks were Chesterton and that evil Bernard Cribbers bloke. He is that evil man that has left everybody in the 21st century to the mercy of the Daleks. What an evil being. Comic foils to Doctor Who, but Doctor Who's the hero. Doctor Who is the man in these things. But if we got to the end yet, because you might have noticed I was having technical difficulties.
Have we got to the end of what?
That Doctor Who and the Invasion 2150.
We know you're having technical difficulties. I'm trying to link the two, because I'm being stupid tonight.
So it's just my brain's not working.
Hey!
No, go ahead. Do the ending. We haven't done it yet. Go for it.
Yes!
Well, let's start with the Daleks are absolutely terrifying, but, and again, Sean, I'll credit you for this. Sean watched it with me. The Daleks can be destroyed by a ramp, a kind of jaunty vertical angle. That kills the Daleks. The Daleks can be killed by vintage 1960 vans, which have somehow made themselves and used in the 21st century. They can tune up van can kill them. So those vans were built to last. What great British ingenuity, and why don't we still have them? Well, we do, because we'll still be using them in 2150.
Well, they would have saved everyone from the Dalek invasion of 2021.
What did they? Because Bernard Cribbins at the end of this gets taken back just before the robbery. So the robbery, he catches the robbers before the robbery, before the robbery's conclusion. He isn't hit over the head. He doesn't stumble into the TARDIS. He doesn't go to 2150. So Doctor Who's not in the future to save us poor Earthlings from the Dalek invasion in 2150. So we're all doomed.
Nah,
All these paradoxes tend to work themselves out by and large.
It depends on which time travel theory you're going by. It could be that when they went back into that, they sprung off a branch universe in which the Daleks invaded successfully. And his normal universe carried on.
I went off Bernard Cribbins with this movie. As a child, I never realised how evil he was. He has put his career and his cravings for promotion above the needs of the many. What an evil bastard.
I'd also like to point out that the rebel leader was Professor Quartermass. Quinn was.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
don't think so.
From 5 million years to Earth.
No.
Quatermass and the.
No, that was Andrew Keir. That wasn't Andrew Keir.
I'll say one thing.
Listen, I am very happy to be proven wrong on this. Let me get my browser up. For now.
Let's go to the Google on this because
Yeah.
Quatermass and the Pit, the movie.
Because there's another part of this film that proves me and you are right as well, Brian, from a previous incarnation of this. Well, let Siobhan go first.
No, I'm
But
doing
Mother, right?
this.
Mother's, we always said Mother was evil, so Mother's descendant from in year 2150 is nothing but a dirty Dalek collaborator. So that shows, if that shows anything, there's the timeline that Mother is evil because of descendant in 2150 who serves up a bit of soup, bit of bread in collaboration with the Daleks. Again, this film just made me angry.
You're having problems, I'm telling you. I think this lockdown's getting to you. Now then, I thought you were referring to Dortmund, who's the leader of the rebel group, the guy in the wheelchair. You weren't. You were referring to Weiler, who is Andrew Keir. So we were sort of both right on that one, and both wrong. Which is fair, I suppose.
I'll take it.
Would you recommend people watch them today?
Yes.
Oh, hell yes. Get some popcorn, rainy Saturday, put your feet up, watch the movies.
Have a laugh, enjoy it, and for folk in Britain of a certain age, it's a case of it feels like Saturday mornings and Multicolour Swap Shop isn't on because it's the school holidays. Bit of Doctor Who and the Daleks, Invasion 2150. Go out, have a play on your bike, and come home in time for Big Daddy and Mulder Sport Wrestling at 5 o'clock.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn straight. Tell you what, I'm going to put the scariest picture known to man. It will kill you. There we go. Scariest picture known to mankind.
Bear and a shark.
Listen, look around. You had to have special permission to show it live on BBC television. It was a terrible thing.
Don't make me
Just name
start
a better
getting
thing
stills
bad.
from Ghost Attack or whatever the hell it is. Ghost Watch.
This is a good one. I like this one. This one's definitely a fun one. Good grief. 10th anniversary special. Oh, yes. I've actually got that framed on the wall somewhere. Right. So, thumbs up for both the Cushing movies. Now, all right. What do we got? We either got The War Doctor the Innocent or that other thing we were listening to. Prisoner. Which one do you want to do first? Brian. Not asking you. I know what you'll say.
We're still on Doctor Who. Let's go for it.
The War Doctor the Innocent. I think this is possibly the only War Doctor audio I've actually managed to hear. Big Finish made it free. I don't know if it is still free. I think each week they're making something, giving you a free download of something. This time round, like I say, it was The Innocent. I think it was the first of the first War Doctor box set. Basically, without giving too much away, he crash lands. And this is an unfortunate pause for him to think. And the de facto companion for this story is the girl who rescues him and looks after him. Naturally...
Should we call her the love interest as well?
No, I wouldn't. It's John Hurt.
He's a bit of a love interest.
It's John Hurt's Doctor. John Hurt's not Doctor. No, don't go for that.
Well, unrequited, I should say.
Maybe, perhaps.
Her part.
But it's a beautiful, beautiful little play, which depends on the characters, the two characters. Yes, there's Gallifreyan shenanigans going on, and this, that, and the other, and Daleks and whatever. But at heart, it's a two-hander. It's lovely. It really is lovely. We were so blessed to have John Hurt. We really were. Guys, please, Eddie.
Didn't watch it. Didn't listen to it. Sorry.
You're sacked. I'm just saying, you, sir, are sacked.
I know. I can't get the technology to work. I can't work on computer. And I work in
Righty-ho.
IT. Yeah. Again? Not again.
Yes, again. Don't get cocky, American person.
Oh, I'm not. I am not. He's just winning in this.
And admittedly, you got more lollies than unworthies, but... Anyway, Brian, what did you think of Doctor Who and the Innocent?
Oh, I didn't listen. No, I'm kidding. It was good. I liked it. It was a nice, sweet story about a guy who was fed up with war.
Yeah.
He was done. He was absolutely done with the whole time war bullshit. He landed on this little planet. Planet's getting attacked. Okay, I'm going to save the planet. Boom, save the planet. I'm doing vacation here for a while. And then the bastard Time Lords start pulling him back into it. They send a person to drag him out of his idyllic little time off. That doesn't work. They, start pulling him back directly via the TARDIS. That works, but it also brings his friend, girlfriend, companion, whatever the heck she is in this. And then they won't let her land. So they send her back to the planet. He never sees her again, which pretty standard for the Doctor. And then you have the Cardinal.
Cardinal Elistra, played by the Supreme Commander herself, Jacqueline Pearce, sadly no longer with us. They have regenerated her since, but this is Jacqueline Pearce, and she isn't over the top camp like Servalan. She's acting it properly, and it's lovely.
It is. She gives a hell of a performance. It makes you really hate the character.
Mm. But at the same time, she does recognise just how important the Doctor is, unlike a lot of Time Lords. What she's doing, she is doing for Gallifrey, and she wants the Doctor with them, helping them. She's not out to get the Doctor, per se. It's, a beautiful little story. Hopefully Big Finish site have still got it up there.
So would you recommend it to anybody that hasn't listened to it?
Yes, go listen to it.
Those that speak English and not a strange mongrel dialect.
Of American.
I'm terribly sorry, but the second Doctor said that to Doctors. To Jamie. His screen's frozen again. So anyway.
Just
hang on. There we go. What do you reckon? This is more like me. Yeah. No, it is. Have a listen to it. Next week we're going to be listening to Susan's War. Which, have I linked you through that yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not yet.
I know I've uploaded it for you, but I haven't. Anybody's worrying about the copyright issue on this, these are review copies. We get them so that we can do this. Okay? Not, they're only going to Brian and Eddie, nobody else. Don't worry.
Yes.
If they can be bothered to listen to them. So,
I think it's my turn next week, Eddie.
It was a busy week, but I will put time in the diary to actually listen to Susan's War.
He's at home, and yet he can't fit things in.
Yeah.
It must have been manic for you, my love.
It wasn't the best week. It wasn't the best.
You've both.
I had to go to the office twice last week.
You see that I can't. The only thing I can understand about that is if you've actually got to do something practical with the hardware.
Yeah.
Is that why you're going in?
Yeah. We have issues that pop up that my computer won't start. It's black screening. It's blue screening, which is in Windows 10 is catastrophic.
Just shorten that sentence.
To go in, we have to have a presence there.
Like I said, I may complain about my hours, but I'm nice and safe at home, so you just take care, Brian. That's the game you're getting.
I'm a bit concerned.
Governor Cuomo has instituted mandatory masks whenever you go out in public.
Yes. Yes, that one.
I am all set.
Not far to go now, boys and girls, to your special lockdown treat, which is going to be a regular thing of the Flash and Blade podcast whilst lockdown continues. However, before we do that, we're continuing our Prisoner rewatch, or watch as the case may be, and we've reached A, B and C. in which the prisoner is drugged and his dreams are controlled to try and find out why he resigned, of course. There are 3 possible candidates that he's going to be meeting at this dream party. Each one of those 3 could be the person he was going to sell out to. That's what they're wondering. Was he going to sell out? Was he going to defect? And so as we see each of these parties play out. However, this is the prisoner, and he's a bit sharper than most people, and he notices where the needle went in that first night. And eventually, right from that after the first one, when he goes up to number 2's building, and he lets them know he's onto them. But they still continue, because this number 2 is absolutely desperate. There's a huge comedy phone that they use, where apparently the boss, or the bosses, I don't think that's number 1 he's talking to, I think that's
And
whoever's...
it's red.
And it's huge, big comedy phone. Eddie, I'm not going to come to you because A, you've frozen again by the look of it, and B, you've already seen it. So, Brian, there he is, he's back. Talk to us.
Back. I liked it. I liked the whole drug-induced party part. That was hilarious. He's meeting all these pre-programmed people, trying to get information out of them, and he's figured it out by the first guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's playing along with it. It's awesome.
Well, he's wanting to find out more, and also to rub their faces in it a little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah, Eddie's
and
dead
by
again.
The third drug-induced coma or whatever the hell he's in, the music, it's like a swinging 60s party.
It's groovy, baby.
It is. It's very groovy. I'm expecting Austin Powers to jump out.
That's more like an episode of Danger Man up to a point. Though feel free to correct me on that, Eddie. It is fascinating. This is a run-of-the-mill prisoner story. We've had the opening episode. We have had the whatchamacallit episode. The initial trying to escape.
You, but your hand is disappearing.
Time's a big thing.
Oh dear. Oh god, entropy increases. And so... Oh, he's back again, look. This is the first time we see them trying it on with them properly. There's going to be an awful lot more of that. Eddie's going to tell us what he thinks about it and tell us some interesting facts about it, as well as telling us what next week's one is.
Right. This week's one is one of my favourites. It really is one of my favourites, because this is... You mentioned a few things there around it feels like a Danger Man episode.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick is a very cunning, wily actor, producer, director, writer. He's playing everybody. The whole tease is there that could he be Danger Man? He tells you in interviews later on. He tells you it's absolutely not Danger Man. It's something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Drake. But through this, he's totally in control. You've got a number 2 who's sweating buckets. He is under the cosh to get results and get results quickly. And he is intimidated by number 6. Number 6 knows that. It's a cat and mouse game, and the whole series is cat and mouse, but in this episode specifically, number 6, he's totally teasing, and he's in control. Like you said, he lets them know he's in control. From the first injection, he's in there, he's unconscious, but he wakes up for a brief second,
Yep.
and he sees number 14.
Yep.
Then he recognises her the following day, and then he follows her. And by the time we get to the third night, he's been to the premises. He's figured it out. He's replaced the drug that they use to control his dreams with water. He's totally in charge. And that's when we get to that section. It's like the music goes from being controlled and stoic to its groovy baby 1960s Danger Man-esque. The camera angles are all skewed. It's because he's there and he's trying to run it. And the end, am I allowed to spoil it?
Yes, I think the statue of
We've all seen it. It's been out
Yeah.
for like 4 years. So
But by the time we get to the end, he's sees them all the way through. He's got an envelope, and this is the answer. This is the information he was going to sell. They follow him, and we find out that the party host, so we think, is the contact he was going to sell it to. But no, there's a D in this whole story. Somebody that she works for. They have a car scene. They go there, and it's a man in a trilby hat. His face is covered, and we don't know who it is. And then at the end, he rips it off, and it's number 2. And at that point, number 2 knows he's been worked. He's been totally worked. But then he still thinks, though, there's still hope.
Yes.
Because number 2 then controls the scenario again, and he's back in the village, and he's lying there unconscious on the table, but he's coming back to where they are.
In the
And
dream.
he's making. There's still hope that he can hand over this envelope, and it's tickets to go on holiday to Italy, and he finishes it off brilliantly with, I'm not a traitor. He wasn't going to sell the information. He was genuinely going on holiday. Number 2 just loses all hope. He's lost everything. His time is up, and the big comedy phone.
Big comedy phone.
again.
love the phone.
It's a big
I
comedy
love
phone.
this. I really love this episode because it's Patrick McGowan teasing the audience, teasing the number 2. Oh, he's just the man who's just cunning, evil, manipulative. Oh, I love him. It's one of my favourites.
Perfect. What's next week?
You might have guessed it. You're a good point. I'm going to have to go and remind you next week.
Unworthy of the penny farthing. Where's my badge?
I will freeze again.
Yes, indeed you have.
Yeah, but you can hear me.
Yes.
So this
Yes, we
week
can.
we will be watching everybody. Sorry, because there's multiple ways to watch this. And my phone just fell. Oh, come on!
Screw you, Brian.
You went from.
Speaking
I can do better than
yourselves,
There we go. My
so
favourite
next
control
week
room.
we're doing Free for all.
Free for all. Ah, it's election time.
Yep. Vote for number 6.
Favourite Daleks control room.
Six.
Favourite Daleks. Ah, yes. Yep, vote for number 6. Vote 6. You know it makes sense. That's what we're going to be looking at, boys and girls. Remember, they're on YouTube, though we do not recommend you go and watch them there. No, not at all. What else are we doing next week? Well, we're going to be looking at Susan, or listening to Susan's War. Yep. Well, you managed to actually get it up there eventually. Vote for 6.
Yeah, I know. I'm not very good.
Don't worry. That's why we got Brian to blame for all this.
Yeah.
You're the IT
I'm
guy.
gonna tell-
And seriously, there was just before you turned up the other. What the actual what? Oh, you pathetic little man! You are so lonely. I can tell. Dear. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been having far too much fun with that. Black Lodge,
It's hilarious.
Oh, that's my. At the.
and then we've got Ash with the Scooby Doo team.
Zoinks.
One for Adam here. Nosy Bonk.
Oh no!
This will cheer you up. There we go. How many Nymon have you seen today? Nymon, I have seen 3. It's Soul Deed. The Horns of Nymon, dear. Graham Crowden. I haven't muted, have I?
No, it's just me playing.
We're just being dense.
Ah, right. Okay. We've got this one. This one's a good one.
Oh, Steve.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Bionic Bigfoot going there too.
I had that toy. I had the toy with the bionic arm and
The rubber
missing
always
eye.
perished off the arm, didn't it?
Oh yes, the rubber arm.
I had the Bionic Bigfoot. Oh, it was great. I used him as a Wookiee too.
Understandable. Bit of Blake 7?
Oh, can't be a better Blake 7.
Can't beat a bit of Blake
I
7.
fell down again.
You,
Ow.
you did. It's a worrying trend on your part.
It's the Scottish thing.
I got that, and then I can't remember what else was next. Hang on a moment, that's wrong. That's got to be ready for the next bit. Yes, talking of the next bit, we're going to move on to the next bit. As usual, there's absolutely no feedback. Thank you so much. Send us something. Either comment on the YouTube video, we'll read it out. Which reminds me, now I've got to get this gentleman's name correct, so bear with me, please. I need to move that.
This is right.
I need to do a shout out and a thank you to someone. Apart from thanking Adam for shopping, as well as Laura Lee, who doesn't. Yes, here we go. Paul Graham. Paul Graham. I meant to do this 2 weeks ago, and I'm afraid I'm old and crap. But Paul Graham, when he found out I was having problems getting hold of DWM for this month, as a way of saying thank you for all the shows I've done over the years, he's got me a year's subscription to DWM.
Oh,
You could have knocked me over with a feather, quite frankly. Paul, thank you so much. I have to admit, it is difficult. It's difficult to get hold of at the moment. Adam finally found some in Sainsbury's on Saturday of issue 150, or 550, I think it is. So heaven knows how the rest are going to turn up. But thank you so much. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you. Shall we give them something to as a way? Now, are we going to mime or what? Because it's sing-along time, boys and girls. Oh, I can tell you're excited by this. You're telling me, Adam. Yeah, it's incredibly generous. Complete bolt out of the blue. It was just somebody else who's followed the show practically from the start, turning around and saying, well, this is my way of saying thank you. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little bit, I am rather taken back by that. I'm touched. So thank you very much. Right. So, yes, we're having a sing-song, boys and girls. It's a sing-song. We're having a sing-song. Hey! What sing-song could we possibly have? Well, I was thinking last week we did the baked potato song. It was nice, it was simple, it was easy, it was current #1. And I thought we should follow that, and keep that same sort of trend going. Something anyone can join in with. However, this time round, we are going to mime. Just to save your ears. Unless I get excited.
You